Well, hello and welcome to this special training that I've put together. It is called the $1,000,000 Gym. And what you're going to learn through this training is exactly the process that I've put together for my gym, Momentum 360. Yes, I am a coach that also owns a gym and have done so for the last 12 years. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down exactly how I plan to have this gym be doing $1,000,000, exactly well over $1,000,000 within the next 12 months. I'm going to break down the different markers that I'm going to hit, the different products and services that we're going to have, and the key numbers on how we're going to get there. So what you're going to learn is you're going to learn a great process. Second thing you're going to learn is you're going to learn to think bigger. When I've delivered this training for my game changer clients, they immediately thought bigger and had more grandiose visions and plans and goals for their fitness facilities. Now, regardless of whether you want to build a $1,000,000 facility or not, you will still learn an immense amount in this training. You're going to learn the process, and that is what is most important. So really excited to share this with you. You get an insight into my brain and how it works and exactly what I'm doing. Like, this is my lab. The Momentum 360 is not my core business. I have three businesses: Momentum 360, Functional Training Institute, as well as the Game Changer and Success Club programs that help fitness business owners, much like yourself, if you're listening to this, have more profit, have more freedom, and have more impact. So let's go into it. First and foremost, this is the breakdown. This is the formula that you see behind you. And this will be a team training gym. Well, it already is a team training gym. And we're already about halfway there in most of those numbers. And it's a team training gym. And that's why our core product is a $55 unlimited team training option. That's $55 per week. We are aiming, and we will hit 200 members at that $55. When you annualize that, that's $572,000 per year. So that is going to be the core product. That is what we're renowned for. That is where our reputation is really going to be as one of the great gyms in Sydney Shire. But in addition to that, if you haven't watched it previously, I put some stellar training together in and around semi-private training. I'm a huge believer, particularly going into 2021, that this will be the product. This will be the product that people will want the most in demand in terms of growth. People will want intimacy. People will want privacy. People will want to feel safe. They want high quality coaching, and they can do so through a really good semi-private training delivery and service. So we're going to have 50 members there at $89 a week. It's a premium product. That is for 2 semi-private training sessions plus unlimited access to the team training. There's a couple of different ways you can do semi-private training. We're working a 6-to-1 ratio, and that's working beautifully well. Now, this excites me here. Hybrid training. Again, forward thinking. If I've been really proud in my career to pick trends before they happen. And one of the major trends that I see within our industry is that there is going to be a bigger emphasis on online and remote training. We've already seen the industry accelerated several years through this pandemic. And we've seen it accelerated because the consumer is now adopting technology and virtual training when in the past they wouldn't have. All right. Well, not to the same extent anyway. So hybrid training, how it works, the model is they will come in once a month. All right. They will come in, they will get an A/B program. It will be a one-on-one session, and it will be an in-depth, thorough session at that. It will be 90 minutes. They're going to pay $69 a week, all right, for that one-to-one face-to-face session, and that's only once a month. And then for the remainder of the month, they are getting great coaching. They are getting great accountability, and they're getting some fantastic nutrition coaching layered in on top of the training program itself. And so we really are intending big things for this product. $69 a week, $179,000. We're going to revolutionize, a big portion of the industry through this product. Next one is a kids program, and a kids program just makes so much sense. And this is what I should say is these are the products that I have selected for my gym because of the demographic and the target market and the avatar that we have. Your products may look different. You may have one-on-one training in there. You may have retreats in there. You may have online training in there. You may have a whole suite of different products. But these are the products that I've selected in kids program. Just makes so much sense, all the sense in the world, because our market is primarily women aged between about 35 and 49. And a lot of our women clients have kids. And so it makes sense to have a kids program in there. Nutrition coaching, another service that I won't go into the nuts and bolts in, but really this is a product that is going to boom. Clients will want so much more than just training in 2021. This is the direction of the industry. The expectations will be far higher than they just come to you for exercise and movement. And if you're only offering that, you're going to be left behind. And nutrition coaching allows us to deliver a quality nutrition product that is within our scope of practice. Okay, it is habit-based. It follows the nutrition guidelines, but more importantly, it's about shifting and changing habits. It's about providing that accountability and that quality coaching. Next thing is internal challenges. We're going to run initially, we'll start with 2 internal challenges. We will then move to 4 internal challenges. And these will have different themes. All right, so we might have a mindset challenge. We'll do a variation of the 75 hard and other ideas as well. Now, we're not interested. One-on-one PT is not our product at the moment. Anyone that knows anything about my career knows that I've built an extremely successful one-on-one business in the past, sold that business, and now I'm just trying something different because I want to. And so for PT, we're just going to get 3 rental trainers, each paying $12,000 a year each. And so that's very easy money. This one's really exciting. We've got an intern program, all right? And so this works on 2 fronts. A, it contributes revenue, which is exciting. But B, the real benefit of this intern program means I have quality coaches coming in on a conveyor belt, essentially. So I get my pick of all the great coaches through our intern program. And so there's a lot behind that. Everything that you see here, I have amazing systems in terms of how it's delivered, how it is put together, and how it is marketed as well. So I know I'm rolling through these quickly because for the benefit of this training, it's all about breaking down the numbers and then the plan. The next is we've got our meals, supplements, clothing. All right. So just, I myself, I like a Muscle Chef meal. Many of our clients do so as well. So it makes sense just to put a fridge in, make about $2 to $3 per meal. Supplements are much the same as is clothing. They're not big money spinners, but at the same time, your clients are going to buy some of this stuff, so they might as well buy it from you. And then the last element is the rent. So we can rent out to kids' parties, we can rent out to course providers, and so there's a little bit of revenue in there as well. So that is the formula. So that gets us to about just under $1.2 million. So you can see there are layers. You can see there are several profit silos within this. I'm not just depending on a single revenue stream. There is great diversity. With great diversity, obviously comes a more resilient business as well. So how do you do that? So it looks like a lot, right? So here's the numbers. Whenever I coach, I use markers, all right? So you've got to have markers first and foremost. If I try to do all of that at the same time, I'm going to do it all really badly. I'm going to become super overwhelmed and I'm going to fail. And I'm going to fail badly. And so that's why we have markers. And what the markers are they are stepping stones, little goals. And once we hit those goals, we introduce these elements one at a time. But here's the overarching methodology. And this is a real takeaway for you guys. You might be right now doing 50,000 and really trending towards 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. Follow the same methodology. All right. Number 1, build the ecosystem. And what I mean by that is first we must get some critical mass. We must build critical mass in this business. All right. Then we can start stacking the profit silos and increasing the yield per member. Now, too many people try to add too many profit silos way too early. And all it does is it diminishes their ability to build that critical mass in that ecosystem. So focus on the breadth, then the depth. All right. And so let's go break down my markets. I'm always prospecting for rental trainers. That never stops. I'm looking for quality rental trainers that have a really good alignment with our training philosophies and our values. Even though they're not working for me, I just don't want any douchebags in the gym itself. I want quality people. And so right now we have one really great rental trainer, and we're on the market for 2 more. First goal, and we've hit this one, is the reoccurring 100 team training members. All right, so we hit team training members, then we introduce the semi-private training, which we have done so. So 120, once we hit 120 team training members, then we hit the 20 semi-private training members, then we can introduce hybrid. And the reason I do it this way is it takes so much time to introduce a new product, systemize it, get it staffed, get it working like a well-oiled machine. And so you want to make sure that you're really building in that time. You're growing at the same time, but we're just doing one and it's stacking them one at a time, one after the next as we go through. Once we get all 3 products and services, that is team training, hybrid training, semi-private training, to 180 units, then we add the kids program. We either add nutrition coaching or the internal challenge. This is the debate we're having at the moment. We're going to run 2 of those when we hit 100 members, 4 when we hit 150, introduce the clothing and internship when we hit 180, and supplements and meals when we hit 200. So there it is. I have to hit these markers before I introduce it. And that just means that we do everything well. We are not overwhelming the team, okay? And there's a real method behind the blueprint itself. And so I've broken these numbers down. If you're starting from scratch or you're very early on in your gym ownership game, you can get to 200 members in 15 months under these numbers. Now, your numbers might look different, okay? You can get there a lot quicker by just mixing and pulling these levers in a different way. But this is more or less the plan that we're working towards, okay? So this is it. We have a 30% conversion from lead to LBE, all right? So we do a lot of Facebook advertising. If you see our facility, it's in the middle of an industrial area. There is no cars that go past because we're in an industrial park. There is no walk-bys that go past either. We are brand new to a brand new area and region. I bought this building to house our academy, and then we have set up the commercial gym within that as well. And so a lot of our lead generation is from Facebook ads, referrals, organic marketing. They're the main areas at the moment. And so our conversion is 30% from lead into an LBE. Now, our LBE, if you don't know what it is, low barrier entry offer, it's not actually really an LBE in terms of value. We sell it for $200, okay? We then get a 70% conversion. We're actually at 72% right now since reopening from LBE to member. So that means if I get 100 leads, I'm going to end up with 10, 25 reoccurring members, and I work on about a 90% monthly retention after that. Okay, so we've got to establish attrition in there. And that is how we get to 200. So if you reverse engineer these numbers, you'll hit 200 members in 15 months, even if you're starting at 0, hitting these numbers. And that's really the benchmarks that we're aiming for. Obviously, we want to increase this. All right, this one in particular would be the one that we really want to increase. 70% is rock star. That is huge. Industry average is 50. 90% monthly retention rate is very, very solid. We could probably get that up a tiny bit, but this is the one we want to improve the most. So how do you get there? You got to build the ecosystem, all right? And what I teach 7 lead flows, but you can't be doing all 7 lead flows. You really need to dial in 3 to 4 of those lead flows and just have them absolutely humming nice and consistent. So you need to be a ninja at Facebook ads, or go and hire somebody that is. You need to be great at referrals. I've done referral training before, so check out that masterclass. Organic, I've got some killer training coming on organic, and then JVs. Onboarding is really important. We were not converting at the rate that we are right now because our onboarding was not as good as what it should have been. So I've got an onboarding system. But there are about 30 points of contact within their first 28 days. Some of those are automated, some of those are personal. What that means is that these people are getting loved, they're getting supported, they're getting indoctrinated into our community. they feel confident, they feel comfortable, and they feel assured. What that's enabled us to do is convert really high from LBE into member and to hold people. Next thing we've done, once you've got the money, and I'd push you to do this earlier rather than later, you get an appointment booker in to handle the volume of calls. Because if you're generating, all right, that many leads, you need people on the phones. You need great follow-up. You have a VA. VA will do some of the client support and organic outreach, and then you need a couple of quality coaches. Now, again, there's a lot more behind this. This is a short, sharp training to really present to you the model, the blueprint, the game plan. But I've got lots and lots and lots of stuff around how to actually have a VA, how to have appointment bookers, how to have quality coaches, and how to, I've got hours on training our guys on onboarding. But this is just the blueprint that I want you to kind of take away and apply it into your own business. Your numbers are going to be different. Your products are going to be different, but you can see the method to what we're doing. Second thing is you've got to be aware of opportunity cost. And I think this is a big one. Opportunity cost, obviously, when you go and focus on another area, another lead flow, another product, you're taking energy, time, resources away from one into the other. And so you need to be really, really aware of that you're not diluting too much. All right. You want to make sure, again, that it's systemized, that it's profitable, that it's turnkey, that it's got good staff in place so you can actually step aside, create that new product, that new service. You always stagger the profit silos. And really, when you get to a point, and this is where I work with a lot of business owners, is a lot of people come to me and they're at, they're doing a couple of $100,000. They're doing reasonably well. They've gone from solopreneur doing a couple of $100,000, but then they hit a bottleneck. And the bottleneck is them. The bottleneck is their management skills and it's their leadership skills. They're very, very different. All right. So management is day to day. The leadership is about, moving people towards the vision and the grand plan. And so they are very distinct skills, very, very distinct. And that is generally the bottleneck. And that's where I love coaching people to burst through that bottleneck by helping them become great leaders of people. All right. So you are always the bottleneck. If your business is plateauing right now, you are the bottleneck. No one else, not the economy, not the pandemic, not your coaches, not your marketing. They are all symptoms. You are the bottleneck. And so you need to solve that first and foremost. So there you have it. There you have the $1 million gym. All right. There's a lot there that I've laid out in a very short, succinct time. But if you like the idea of this, all right, what I encourage you to do is book a call with me below. There is no sell on that call. It is me simply exploring your business and identifying where the key opportunities are. This is what I love to do. I love to pull the curtains back on people's businesses and have a look and go, all right, well, based on the plan and based on where you're at right now, where do you think you need most assistance and help? And then I can see if that's actually true. I will test and I will validate those opinions and that feedback, and I will actually give you the clarity that you need to take the next steps forward. You see, when we're in our own business, we can't often see the forest through the trees. I can take a bird's eye view and I can see exactly what you need so you can build. And maybe it's not $1 million gym. Maybe it's a $2 million gym. Maybe it's a $500,000 gym. Maybe it's a $100,000 training practice. Either way, book a call with me below. Just click the link below. Don't overthink it. All right. Just book the link below and I will help you burst through that bottleneck. I will give you more clarity than you've had all year. And we can really go about building your dream business. So thank you for watching. I hope it's been educational. I hope it's been informative. But more importantly than ever, I hope it just stimulates you to take some fucking action and to just build an incredible business that impacts more people, gives you freedom, and gives you the profit you deserve. Thank you so much.